Yo, good afternoon, people. Peace and power to everybody. Hope everybody's staying safe. Uh, Um, Thank you for joining me here on my little break time, cooler talk nonsense over the internet. And again, I want to thank y'all for joining me, of course. In case you're gonna catch me in the playback or you're gonna join me live, I appreciate your time still. If you're in the playback, leave your comments. Tell me if you agree, you disagree. I always enjoy engaging with people. So today I want to talk about first thing up, Teofimo Lopez re-ups with Bob Arum. I find it absolutely comical that Teofimo, after all that, decided to re-up with Top Rank Promotions. In my opinion, headed by the worst promoter currently in boxing. And a promotional outfit that actively tried to hurt his earnings against George Kambosos. Let me say again, Teofimo Lopez re-signed with Top Rank, an outfit that actively, vigorously tried to hurt his earnings by emailing and trying to collude with a rival promotional company that was attempting to bid in an open purse bid for the rights to broadcast the Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos fight. That is called bid rigging. I did a piece already about that. If y'all want me to break it down to I again, I will. Companies cannot collude to hurt or to in any way artificially influence the value of a contract in an open market. What's up, Shizbiz? Top Rank was exposed that they emailed the people at the zone/matchroom trying to encourage them or discourage them from bidding on the Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos purse bid coming up. That is illegal, and in my opinion, Top Rank should have been investigated. Teofimo Lopez spent a whole bunch of time, saying how he's disgruntled and he's pissed off, and he's gonna be a free agent after this. He got so much stuff to be a free agent, and he's gonna, have Top Rank, take over promotions and blase, blase. His father went off on a tangent and said what Teofimo did was like Muhammad Ali. Lo and behold, Teofimo Lopez has lapped his tail and gone back to his own, well, as we say here, dog eating up his own vomit, and gone back to Top Rank and worked out a deal for a bit more money in his guarantee. The so-called Muhammad Ali guy, Teofimo Lopez Jr., according to his father, tucked his tail and worked out a deal with his oppressor. Muhammad Ali never walked back nothing he said or did. To say I'm disappointed, not really, but I'm quite surprised. But then Teofimo and his father are really bullshit artists. They just run their mouth a lot, talk a bunch of shit. After all this hullabaloo you make, big stink you make about how, you're going to do this, and after George Kambosos, it's Devin Haney next, it comes out that Bob Arum said, Teofimo needs to shut up. Looks like you did shut up, Teofimo. Teofimo Lopez, good fighter. but doesn't have the stuff inside of him to stick to his words. We see now that he's being cornered into having a Lomachenko rematch. So I guess that was the agreement that he has to have a Lomachenko rematch, because we all know Bob Arum was not pleased when he won those belts. The reason why there was no rematch clause was because Bob Arum was so confident that Lomachenko would beat this kid that he didn't even bother with the rematch clause. But Bob Arum has finagled his way to get his prized stallion, Lomachenko, another rematch. I mean, another fight with Teofimo. Good for him. After Teofimo said he won't give Lomachenko a rematch, I bet you that's the next fight, Lomachenko. I guess that all that Devin Haney talk was out the window, right? You can't get no more Devin Haney now, because you re-signed with Uncle Bob. Who knows? Devin Haney's a free agent. No, maybe he'll sign with Top Rank. Although I don't understand why any young fighter would re-sign with Top Rank, a promotional company that spends more time slagging off its fighters, not promoting them, trying to hurt their earnings. Why would any young fighter sign with Top Rank Promotions? Well, Teofimo Lopez, a young man, just signed an extension or whatever he signed with Bob Arum. Ridiculous. From here on in, I don't want to hear nothing from Teofimo Lopez about whatever happened to him. Whatever happened to Teofimo from here on in, I don't care about. I'll watch his fights, but I don't want to hear Teofimo talk about who he gonna fight and who he gonna this and who he gonna that. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Teofimo Lopez Jr. So Teofimo, the fake undisputed, is now going to parade around Top Rank like he is undisputed and stay away from Devin Haney. Devin Haney now needs to move on with his career, just like Anthony Joshua needs to move on with his career, because Anthony Joshua was caught in between another Bob Arum scandal where he sabotaged an undisputed fight because he doesn't care about anything else other than himself. He already said he don't care what the fans think, and he don't care what his fighter thinks. Doesn't care what his fighter wants. He said that openly and publicly. I don't care what he wants. So if Bob Arum can say he don't care what the fighter wants, he also don't care what the fans want, then all that matters is what Bob Arum wants. We've seen what Bob Arum has done with Terence Crawford, where he sabotaged that man's career. At 147, sabotaged his career, where he should be making his biggest earnings and the biggest fights, but he sabotaged that man's career. Teofimo Lopez, has, in my opinion, made a mistake. He should have left Top Rank. Should have left. But he don't have the moral fiber. He don't have the gumption to stand by his words. All this shit his father talks about Muhammad Ali and how great Teofimo Jr. is. Nah, bro. You lapped your tail. You eat up your own vomit like a dog. What a joke. I do hope Teofimo is satisfied with this contract, because he just wanted a bit more money. Can I have some more, sir? And he got a little bit more butter biscuits because Massa Bob told him to shut up, and he shut up, and he got a bit more morsels off the table, a bit more crumbs. How you re-sign with somebody who tried to rig your purse bid? What if Eddie Hearn or the Zone had backed out the purse bid? You would have been fighting George Kambosos for like what, $1 million? Good thing Triller was stupid enough to give you that $6 million for this stupid fight. So ultimately, Teofimo Lopez really didn't have enough guts to go on his own or test the market or buy himself out of the contract or fight Bob Arum in court, knowing that Bob Arum tried to rig his bid. Ultimately, he chose to lap his tail and slink back to Master Bob, and he gonna have to take what he get. Just like Terence Crawford gonna have a decision to make this year about what he plans to do. Is he gonna lap his tail and slink back to Master Bob? Joke thing. Claressa Shields said, women's MMA is much better marketed than women's boxing. I would say to that, in America, Claressa, in America, it's the American promotional companies that don't F with you in boxing. It's the American promotional company that don't rock with you. PBC don't rock with you really. ESPN has like one girl, Michaela Mayer, and they don't really do women's boxing over there. They just kind of hold Michaela Mayer around. Every now and again, she fights. So Claressa can stay in America and gripe about what she's not getting in women's boxing, or if she's going to stay in America, she has to make a full-time move to MMA, because she's right. America does not rock with women's boxing. For that, you have to go to an overseas promoter. But yeah, man, that's basically the whole gist. That Teofimo Lopez lapped his tail. What a joke. Claressa Shields, what's up, Tahaka Tassetti? Claressa Shields is correct, but she needs to expand when she says in America they don't rock with women's boxing. Everywhere else they do. I know my resident Teofimo Lopez fans are going to be upset with me with this conversation, but I said what I said. Teofimo lapped his tail and slunk back to Master Bob, a man who tried to hurt his earnings, a man who tried to box food out him out. Bob Arum tried to box food out of Teofimo Lopez mouth. He called them people by the zone and said, look here, don't bid on this here. Don't give him the money. Where any young fighter would say Bob Arum is beyond me. What a joke. What's up, 1-2 Kid? Hey, 1-2 Kid, I'm talking about your partner, Teofimo Lopez. You need to give me your opinions, because I'm not impressed by him re-signing with Bob Arum. Here's the link. Anybody want to come on? I think Bob Arum is holding the Josh Taylor fight over both Teofimo and Terence Crawford's head, because he's already admitted that he's not gonna get Terence Crawford no big fights, neither with Manny Pacquiao, with nobody. He didn't make a Sean Porter fight, didn't make no Keith Thurman fight, and he admitted that, yeah, he could have made a Manny Pacquiao fight, but I didn't want to pay for it. So he's holding the Josh Taylor fight over Teofimo Lopez's head, and maybe Teofimo was told that if you re-sign with me, I'll get you the Josh Taylor fight. 1-2 kid, why did your boy Teofimo lap his tail and slink back to Master Bob?
My boy. What you mean, my boy?
Your partner.
My
your
partner.
Guy,
What you mean?
your guy, Teofimo.
Yeah, I flame them as it goes, and I ride with them as it goes. If they not doing the right thing, I'm not with them.
So
They
what you
doing the
doing
right thing, I'm with them. Huh?
What you doing with this? What's your opinion on Teofimo Lopez re-signing with Top Rank?
I think it's a bad move. Because like I said, I'm not a Bob fan at all. So I mean, I don't care how much money this man getting. Like it's like this dude just he already trying to ice you. He backdoored you. He backdoored Teofimo. You know what I'm saying? He backdoored him and said, you know, hey man, don't get this man a fight. Don't bid on this fight. We don't want this shit to go down. That's some cold shit. So, and that's supposed to be a promoter. I don't think Crawford should stick around either.
Man, the idea that anybody would even sign a new contract with Bob Arum after all of this shit, after you've seen him block Undisputed in the heavyweights, you've seen him do Terrence Crawford like that. As you said, he tried to rig your bid so you don't get no money, and you choose to re-sign with this guy because he raised your minimum a little bit. For real, this guy who openly favored Lomachenko over you, and you choose to re-sign with him?
Hey,
that's wild.
That is wild. That is wild.
You know, when I saw the re-signing, I was shocked because Teofimo Lopez told me that he has enough evidence where he can, you know, get out of his contract and he gonna have takeover promotions and he gonna do this and do that. That's wild.
It may hurt him too, because if he's talking like he wants to fight Haney, you know Bob wants Lomachenko back in that spot. So he'll get that rematch instead of becoming undisputed at 135 probably. So
but you already heard Lomachenko backtrack on an interview recently where he said, yeah, nah, I think Teofimo's undisputed. But an interview before with the same person, he said, nah, Devin Haney's a champion. Devin Haney's a champion. Devin Haney's a WBC champion. But no, he's backtracking. He's saying, nah, Teofimo's the undisputed. So it has to be, they're going to market Lomachenko versus Teofimo as undisputed fight. That's why he's backtracking no and all this shit.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that because they're trying to keep their brand strong. But I'm just saying, like, I think, like, I don't know, when it comes to the politics, it's all bullshit. So till these guys get in the ring, I don't know. And how re-signing with Bob probably ain't the best move to get these fights that the fans want, because we know Bob ain't about the fans or his fighters.
He don't care about his fighters. He don't care about his fighter. He said Teo needs to shut up. He said, I don't care what Teofimo said he wants when the reporter said, but he said he wants Devin Haney. He said, I don't care what he wants. This ain't like a child asking for ice cream. I don't care what they want.
I'm just saying, like, what? Do you think that he would have treated Lomachenko like that?
No.
If he was in the exact same position as Teofimo or a Bud Crawford?
Well, maybe Lomachenko don't talk good enough English to talk shit to him. So, you know what I'm saying? He don't really care. Lomachenko don't talk too much because he don't talk too much English, like the best English.
Welcome to my club. Welcome to my club. I like him as a fighter in the ring. And I feel like sometimes we give too much energy to the politics. I've been thinking about that lately. It's definitely. Like, you know, I feel like it's sucking the energy out of the matchups. But at the same time, it's a lot of bullshit that's going on, man. And, you know, it's a lot of shit that you could flame on and you could go after and you could talk about. But I don't know. As for Teofimo, yeah, I enjoy watching his style. I enjoy him as a fighter, but his moves outside of the ring, I'm not a big fan of what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Or how he's talking. The same as Garcia. You know what I mean? I like to know that guys are trying to be the best, to fight the best, and not just saying it just for the moment and then go fight somebody else. I don't like that energy. I don't think that that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that helps the sport any way, shape, or form. I think that's just trying to, it's a clout move, you know? It's just a clout move. But under Bob, unfortunately, these guys don't have much choice because he's not going to promote you. So you got to do all your self promoting. And
But what is the point of signing with a promotional
re-signing? Yeah,
that does not promote and also tries to block your earnings? What's the point?
I think the reason people sign with Bob, I stated it before, is for the title shots and the to get in there with certain fighters that you may not be able to get into, that you may not be able to get those fights because think about it, like if somebody did want to fight Bud Crawford, could they? Without going through Bob, could if somebody did want to fight Teofimo, could they fight him without going through Bob? Other than the Triller thing, but you seen what he tried to do. Like this dude is, you know, he's trying to just keep it all for himself. That's the problem with the promoters and what's going on in boxing.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I don't think Teofimo is liking Bob Arum again after how Bob treated him. Yeah, he like him again.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
bullshit. It is crazy. It is. It is crazy. Because I mean, I don't want either. Because I'm a fan of both fighters, both him and Bud, and I feel like they should get away from Bob. I think Keith Thurman said it best when he had that interview. He was like, "Get the fuck away from Bob, man," because this guy's not going to help your career. I mean, when you really think about Teofimo Lopez and the capping, yeah, he capped, Sir Cap a lot. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what did he? Well, he was promoting himself. He was doing it himself. Him and his dad was doing it. Whether you dislike them or the way they was doing it, that's your opinion, whatever. But they had to go out there and do that shit. So, and then when he wanted a payday, Bob didn't want to give it to him. And then when he attempted to make a payday on his own, Bob tried to blackball him. You know what I mean? He tried to go take the back door and cut him off. Like, you don't want to, that's insincerity. You know what I mean? Like, but yet you hear people saying that Teofimo should have been loyal to Bob. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
But how was he disloyal to Bob? I don't understand. How was he disloyal?
Well, I remember Tim Bradley saying, "Oh, you got to show your loyalties to this guy." You know what I mean? But yet you didn't want to give this man what he wanted money wise, just like you didn't want to give Mayweather what he wanted. He didn't want to give De La Hoya or Pacquiao what they wanted, and or Mikey. So they went out and got it.
That sounds like company man plantation logic. So basically, it's not like Bob Arum is doing a service for free, so I repay him with loyalty. Bob Arum is being paid. Teofimo Lopez pays. Any other fighters pays.
Right, they paying for the promotion. Exactly.
Which
so I didn't understand. I didn't understand where Tim Bradley was going with that conversation. I was like, "What's it mean?" He was like, "But you got to show your loyalties." And I'm like, "How are you showing loyalties to a dude who blackballed it, who tried to cut off his life source? You know what I'm saying? Cut off the feeding tube." And it's just like, if that's on your side, like it just it cut off your opportunities, and that's just like crazy. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, after delving deeper into the shit and thinking about it, I think that's one of the reasons why Bob drug out the whole Anthony Joshua shit to get at Eddie for what he did by bidding. I think that was like a sucker move. You know what I mean? Like, and it hurts boxing. It hurts boxing. You know, I think the egos have a lot to do with what the fuck is going on whether it be the fighter, promoter, or the networks. These egos are bigger than these fucking promotions. You know what I'm saying? These egos are massive, and they trying to feed these egos, and you can't feed an ego. You know what I mean? So I
It's
don't
just
know.
unfortunate that this young man has made this decision to re-sign with a promoter and a promotional company that has shown that they're not about his best interests. And it's unfortunate that he signed this extension basically with the agreement, in my opinion, that he has to fight Lomachenko. All the shit you talked, I'm not going to fight Lomachenko again. They didn't do a rematch clause. Because as I started off by saying, Bob Arum did not do the rematch clause because he was supremely confident that Teofimo Lopez was not ready for Lomachenko. He was supremely confident Lomachenko would win this fight, and Lomachenko would be like his blunt object to humble Teofimo. But
Mm-hmm.
Teofimo got the upper hand, won the fight. Now Bob has to deal with Teofimo. In my opinion, Teofimo is good for top rank. Lomachenko don't move no numbers, but
No.
Teofimo did something Bob Arum doesn't like. He exposed Bob Arum's golden boy, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
won the fight, right? And Bob Arum is pissed. He don't like that. So he couldn't, so he did whatever he had to do to give Lomachenko another shot to win those belts back.
Yeah.
Right?
But
He wants Teofimo to be second. He don't want Teofimo to be the man at top rank. He wants Lomachenko to be the man at top rank.
right. But he
Teofimo,
continues to ruffle his dusty feathers, Bob's dusty feathers, because keep in mind he didn't want to pay. If y'all recall, he didn't want to pay Teofimo to fight Lomachenko.
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
So and but Teofimo got uh uh fought for a fair shake. So then he said, "All right, well, now I got to get this, and I'm under contract." And he was like, "But I want more money because I did all this, and I think you should pay me. Should be some sort of bonus or something in there for the accomplishments that I'm getting and the fact that I'm boosting your brand." And then he just was like, "Nah, this is mine." And yeah, this guy don't care. He don't care about his fighters, and to re-sign with him was probably not the best move. You know what I mean? That's what sucks. Yeah.
Teofimo can't act like he don't see what Bob Arum has been doing over the last few years or whatever. This dude blocking fight for Terence Crawford. He blocking undisputed in heavyweight. He barely he if he barely promoted a Ramirez versus Josh Taylor fight, what is he gonna do to you? The man had Bob Arum put on the only undisputed fight thus far for the year, the only one, and Bob Arum didn't do any promotion for that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you none, none.
And imagine how that would have benefited him and his so-called brand if he pushed Mexican and Scottish undisputed champion. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you push that would have if you invested in that, it would have reflected. It would have came back to you. And he just didn't. He didn't push it. So yeah, bad move, bad business move.
That's my
My
opinion,
opinion,
man.
my opinion. Yeah, same here. My opinion.
That's all we can say, right? Because Teofimo Senior told me his son is like Muhammad Ali. I don't remember Muhammad Ali going back on nothing he said.
Ain't no fighter in this decade anything like Muhammad Ali. I don't care if it's the best fighter in the world. You can't be Muhammad Ali. Different time, different place. No way. No way. I can't stand when motherfuckers compare themselves, whether it be Tyson Fury, Teofimo Lopez, anybody, even Floyd Mayweather. No, you're not Muhammad Ali. You're you. Be happy.
That's
Shit.
right. Ronald Finkley says, don't start acting like a boss, then go back to being Bob Arum's whipping boy. Hey, whatever happened to Teofimo happened to Teofimo. I don't want to hear no complaining after this. Like if Bud Crawford resigns with Bob Arum after his contract officially expires, whatever happened to him, happened to him. I don't want to hear no complaints. I don't want to hear nothing. All right. We've seen Bob Arum do all this stuff recently. And you choose when you have a chance to leave this dude, you resign with this dude. Hey, whatever happened to you, happened to you. That ain't my problem. What's up, D Hodges? What's up, D Hodges? Hey, let me shout out Ron Finkley, John Dealey. Black was here. I don't know if Black's still here. You know what I'm saying? Tahaka Tassetti in the house, Shiz Biz in the house. You know, Bob Aaron says Bob must got one of those Trump gold seats. Boxer go in there and get comfy no matter what Bob do. Hey man.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. When you get in there and you sign in the contract, you know what this guy's about. You know he's a slick talker. You know he's going to talk all that shit. But that's why you got to have a team with you that has your best interest in mind. So you know, and I said this about Andre when he was like, "Well, I don't know what they do." You know, when they talk about the business aspect of it, I'm like, "Why? How don't you
Right,
know? Why ain't you a
right.
part of that? You have to know." All right, if this man is showing you the consistency, he's showing you is he don't give a shit about his fighters and he don't want to pay you. He wants to put as much money in his pocket as he can and not invest his money in you. So you're paying a promoter that don't believe in you. That's horseshit. And when we was flaming Al for shit like this, but it's funny, you know, when we flame Bob like this, people get all up in arms and shit. And it's like, it's the same thing.
Well, they're gonna have to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Al Heyman says he's an advisor. He ain't no promoter. Bob Arum says he's a promoter.
Right.
So you're either way, you're paying these people services. You're paying Bob Arum services for him to try and backdoor you and all this shit. That's what you're paying him for?
Right. That percentage. And that's what he doing to you. Yep. And you know, everybody, I think Bud and Teofimo, if I was either one of them, I'd be calling Eddie. At this moment in time, I think he moving better than the other promoters at this moment in time.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is because Eddie is true to his job description. He is a promoter. That's his job. And Eddie Hearn sells his people. He sells his product.
And he
You know what I'm saying?
invests.
That's his. He takes a risk on his fighters. Said no problem. I'm gonna spend this money. When he paid Charles Martin that $7-8 million to come to the UK, Charles Martin wasn't worth no $7-8 million.
Right. And he
But
came
that
in with
man
them.
said,
Yep. And he
hey,
came in with them tight leather trunks that he paid
fact,
for on his bank. I don't know. You know, some people ain't got that style bug, I guess. But you know, hey, he came in there, but he got it. He got it. And that dude was willing to put it together to get his guy the shot at the title. Believing in his team. You know what I'm saying? Believing in his team and believing in his fighter to take a title home, another
but
title
here
home.
you have Bob Arum. Yeah, I could have made the Manny Pacquiao Bud Crawford fight, but you know what? Who's gonna pay for it? Whatever. What? And you resign with this crazy person? Teofimo Lopez. Whatever happened to him, happened to him. I don't care from here on in. I'm gonna watch your fights. I'm gonna watch your fights, and that's that. That's that.
Yep.
You resign with this old dude who don't have a clue.
Don't complain. Nobody's listening. Don't complain if you resign with him. Nobody listening.
Whatever happened, happened, bro. Whatever happened, happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Claressa Shields says women's MMA is promoted better than women's boxing. I had to, the comment she made, I had to put a correction. I said,
Hold on 1 second, bro. It's my ringtone.
answer your phone, man. Put your shit on mute and answer your phone. Know your business, man.
Nah, it wasn't that important.
So, you know, I had to put a correction under that comment. I had to say, nah, in America, it's promoted differently because women's MMA in America is promoted a bit better. I'm not sure they make so much more money. I'm not sure. But women's boxing in America ain't on shit. But women's boxing overseas is doing something. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Claressa Shields made the right move to women's MMA. because where she lives, women's boxing ain't popping on nothing. 1-2 Kid, what you think?
I think it's coming along, but I just think it's really slow. But I think it's moving, and I think Clarissa Shield got to pay them bills, and she knows that's where the money is. And I mean, she accomplished quite a bit in boxing. Just the route she want to go, she certainly proved that she got the competitive spirit to go and compete. Um, Even if she need to work on a few things, like she's showing that she's a fighter all around. I'm not mad at what she said. Um, wasn't sure if it was going to be a good move because I felt like she was at the pinnacle in boxing as far as she could go at that moment. But hey, man, she got to eat, man. So I'm not mad at what she doing there. And I think she might be right because they do push the MMA girls a little more. So yeah, I thought it was a roll of dice, but she bet on herself. You know what I mean?
I think it's interesting that Clarissa said that because Clarissa is in a situation where she has this strange sort of Eddie Hearn beef going on where Eddie's trying to offer her fights and she's just saying no. But if she's making more than what Eddie Hearn is offering, I don't blame her. I'm saying, I want Clarissa. It seems like her profile also got a boost after this fight, after the MMA fight, because before she was winning all these boxing belts and undisputed and all that. Nobody was really checking for her. She wins the MMA fight, and all of a sudden, people are searching Clarissa Shields. Like she has highlights up on from major MMA sites and combats. All these combats put on about Clarissa Shields. Whereas before, when she was winning boxing fights, they wasn't really checking for her. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, that's true.
They wasn't really checking for her.
She promoting herself, and this the probably this she figured that this probably the best way to do it. You know what I mean? And it seemed to be working. So, no matter what we think, it seemed to be working, and she getting where she need to be and trying to get where she got to go. So, I ain't mad at her.
I think it's unfortunate that I just saw Eddie Hearn do his the Zone Matchroom fight camp announcement, and he had what 2-3 girls front and center on the stage, and it shows the difference between how, I guess, Eddie sees his women clients to how other people treat their women clients. He has his girls front and center. They're doing commentary. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're main eventing cards.
Because those are his investments. Those are his investments. And that's how it works. You can't move half-heartedly. You can't give them the bare minimum every time, the bare minimum promotion, the bare minimum pay. You know what I mean? Talking about how you're going to lose money on investing in a champion that you got a championship bout. It's like you got to invest in time and effort in your investments. That's what an investment is. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. They're doing it the right way.
Anyway, man, I don't. Those are the only two topics I really had. I didn't have nothing else. I'm gonna go back to doing this work thing. My break's up. Anything you want to say, 1-2 Kid?
No, thanks for having me.
Any last words on Teofimo?
Don't do it. Don't do it. When someone's about to get married and everybody done been there, they're like, no, don't do it.
Abort mission.
Don't do it, my man. Get out of there while you still can. Shit. Don't fall for the okie doke. Get the fuck out of there. Hey, somebody needs to step in front of him.
That's sound advice. Mango Juice, what's up, man? You caught the stream and it's gonna be done. Hey, Teofimo, you made your bed, you gotta lie in that shit, bro. You said Teofimo takeover promotions coming, and you re-signed with the oldest, worst promoter in boxing today. Whatever happened to you, bro. Hey, peace out to y'all. Y'all have a nice day. Stay safe.